Welcome in everybody to day 74 of our hardcore series. Today we're going to be focusing mostly on moving everything behind me indoors. So that means that we're going to be focusing mostly on the bottom floor, just getting the decorations, creating some workstations so I can actually start working in outside of my house, as well as setting up the smelting area that's going to sit in the backyard. I want to work with some mud blocks. Never worked with them before, so I want to give them a try. As also, we will be working on the walkway. And now the walkway kind of sets the tone for the rest of the village because that will be carried out throughout the entire village. So I want to get that sorted out now. So let's get started. So here we just want to change out all of the grass blocks, getting rid of that. And I'm thinking bringing in spruce. We do have pretty cool toned walls, so I think the spruce is just gonna help to bring back some of the warmth into the house. Want to make it all cozy feeling. As well, I want to bring in some leaves, greenery, different colors. Once I get the ancient seeds and also the amethyst with silk touch, that will also bring in some color, but for now there's going to be some holes in the decorations until we get those blocks, but that's okay. Everything is just kind of a work of progress. So now that the floor is in, I think it's time to kind of seal up the house. I still don't have doors and I still don't have glass in any of the windows, so let's just go around and pop those in. Just so that I don't have to worry about a creeper coming in and nuking my butt from behind. So I think I'm gonna go with, I do like the little looky-loo windows. And also it'll just kind of tie it into everything else. Now this just seems a little closed off, so let's just peel this back just a little bit. So it's a little bit more open, but still has this different room vibe. So I think that will work. Just peeling it up just a little bit will kind of open the room up. Now I am thinking I would love to kind of move this down and bring it down a level. I know growing up I had a mud room that kind of stepped down, but this room does feel a little small, so I'm not sure if it'll work. We'll give it a try. But I'm pretty sure I'll be just changing it back afterwards. So I think that's it. I think I've got all the doors. Pretty sure. So now it's time for windows, which I just remembered we don't have any sand, so we're gonna have to go digging for it. So we're just gonna go in for a few blocks of sand. I don't want to decimate the area around me, so just a few blocks I think will do more than enough, hopefully. I don't think I put in too many windows. Let's hope 20 something is more than enough. Loading them all in. Oh, none here. Oh yeah, this one. I do like what I did with the shutter. Mechanically leaving it open. I every time I see it, I kind of fall in love with it again. It's just such a cute look. We are running very low. Very, very low. So maybe I could squeak it out. I'm gonna be one short. Unbelievable. One short. Dang it. Okay, so while we're letting that smelt, we can probably get started on the interior. Okay, so we're all moved in, got all the items in, found nice little spots for everything. So our wood is kind of in behind me, just at the main entrance where the brewing stands are here. This is going to be where all of like the brewing materials are. And I have a spot for my bamboo to grow. So if I ever need it, I can, and I just passively need some, I can grab some there. To my left is kind of like the crafting area with a temporary kind of like goodies chest right there. Then on this side here and behind me is kind of the food, where the food is all stored. A spot for the sugar cane to grow, so I'll just have a passive spot for there, and also add a bit of color. Then in the back here is where all the stone types are going to be. Back there is going to be where the super smelter or the smelter is going to go, which I think we're going to work on next, that area. And then on the other side behind me here is like decorations and the clay. And on this side here is where all of the iron and the copper and dirt is going to be stored. And I think that's it. We haven't done the top floor yet, although let's go up there. So here's where I have all my bookshelves ready to go. I just need the enchanting table. So this floor we'll work on maybe during some streams. Don't need to complete it all right now, but at least this is going to be a spot where my bed sits and also the enchanting table. So got everything organized so we can start work on the mud room a little bit, just kind of polish that off, and then we can start work on this area. So let's just wrap up this area. I think we're gonna kind of get rid of, I was gonna have, let me get this sword out of the way. I was gonna have kind of like a lowered floor because I do like that change of step, but this room is just a little too small for that. So there we go. Okay, this looks a lot better than what I originally had. So let's focus in on the roof. I think I want to introduce a new texture with the chiseled copper block. And yeah, this is looking pretty slick. So I like having this here. It just kind of breaks up the texture of the rest of the copper and creates a nice transition piece. So we do need some light. We are in desperate need of some light in this room. So I'm thinking a chandelier of some kind, something simple-ish. But let's first kind of carry the chiseled copper blocks along the roof just to tie it in, but also reduce this pit that we have here. It'll be good just kind of base for the chandelier. So I am thinking deep slate tiles or deep slate tiled wall. What a mouthful. Along with oak fences that will tie in nicely to the rest of the build. Let's get in a crafting table here. I just like injected them into the floor. Okay. Where's my axe? I guess I lost my axe at some point. Gonna have to make one of those, but that's okay. Let's just get this out of here. There we go. Okay, perfect. Makes it easier just to build while I'm in this room. Yeah, so deep slate tiled wall. Carry that theme from the rest of the build and use our accent wood, which is going to be oak. They'll have some fences, so they'll bring it down. Now for the actual chandelier itself, I want to use the spore blossom. I think that will look really nice here. And also I'm obsessed with the particles. So having it kind of in this kind of mud room or like adventure room is going to really, it's going to be nice. So, and then I think instead of lanterns, because I've used so many lanterns in the rest of the build, I think I really want to use the glow berries. I think that will look really cute and kind of gel well with its parent block, or it's the block that will be beside, which is going to be the spore blossom. So let's just get in. Okay. That might be a little too low or too much tile, too much wall. So let's bust out. Let's see. Oh, I think the trapdoors are going to be nice to work with for the glowberries. And I was thinking oak, but what if we were to use the oak trapdoors? I'm obsessed with the trapdoors and the grated block. So I think that this will look nice, but I don't like how these are kind of floating. So I think I am going to have to kind of back up some of the wall itself, and also move the oak fence up one. I think it's gonna make this work because we need to introduce a solid block. So let's remove that, bring that, and then what type of solid block? I love tough. Tough is like one of my new favorite blocks, but I haven't played with the chiseled tough. So let's just give that a go. I love the breeze texture that they have on it. But I don't know. I absolutely love it. So I don't know how much you'll be able to see from the bottom. Okay, that's not too bad. That's cute. But the spore blossom is going to cover up a lot of this. So, hey, it's there. I know it's there, and you guys know it's there. So it's fine. Let's put back the copper trapdoors just so that we can have an anchor for the what is it? The glowberries. Words. English. There we go. And once this all oxidizes, it's going to be beautiful. Looks like I need to make some more glowberries. Glowberry farm is in my future, I think. What would be awesome if I could find a skeleton spawner? That would be great. That way I would have like an infinite source. That might be a trip that we're gonna look at, because we do have some mine shafts to look into. Let's just make sure that these don't grow too far. So that might have some skeleton spawners, but this looks great. This is beautiful. This gives the lighting. We'll add some more lighting to the floors, but I think this will work just fine. And I love the particles. So that wraps up kind of the indoors, and we've pulled everything inside. So now what we're going to do is start work on this walkway. It is in desperate need of some love and attention. So I definitely want to bring in some light sources. Because this walkway is going to be carried all the way through, we do need a kind of a consistent way to keep the mobs at bay. So some lighting is going to be required. So we're going to be figuring out our lampposts while also kind of figuring out just the general structure for the supports as well. Because I want everything to just flow together really nicely. So is that a skeleton over there? So we are going to first kill that trespasser, and then we'll get back into building. Okay, so we need to put some supports here. I was thinking some stairs. I'm not too sure on this, but we'll deal with it after. I want to get in the light posts first. So I was originally thinking if we were to go extend the spruce logs up by one, and then doing what we've always been doing, which is the deep slate tiles with the oak fence posts. I think that will be carry through and won't look abnormal or out of place. I also just want to make sure I'm keeping this simple. I don't want to go overboard with what we're doing here. So I think using oak trapdoors to just hold the lanterns with a nice leaf block just to brighten it up, just add a bit of color up that high. Uh, yeah, I think that's going to work, and it'll be easily repeatable as we extend or start building the village. Yeah, I think this is going to work perfectly. The only thing is, I think I'm going to change it out for a barrel. It just creates that nice little separation because we are using quite a bit of spruce everywhere else. So I think we're going to change these out with all barrels. Now, I wanted to do a railing. I am using hanging fences or hanging signs, sorry. I do like the straight line that it creates, but it is heavy on resources and it's just kind of a lot. So I think I'm going to break it up with this anvil, which I think works fine. So just wrapping up, we're just putting some flowering azalea saplings on all of these just to, again, add more pops of color and to break up all the spruce and the deep gray that we have going on. So now I just want to fix up this front section here. Well, I'm carried it all the way through. I don't think I changed it out for, changed out the stairs to the slabs. I think this works a little bit better, but it's still not quite where I want it to be. So I'm just going to continue on and then we'll adjust after we've kind of put everything in. Adding in some supports to the side with the stairs. This also adding it to the front will give me an option. Once we get the ancient seeds, we can actually start putting in torch flowers is what I actually want to put here. So this is just going to be a placeholder for now, but I do like this little pop of color. Now we're kind of done all of the different panels. It is really heavy and I want more variation that's up here. So I think I'm going to change these out for some trapdoors. I think that will just tie it up a little bit. Now I think one just looks a little silly. It does. So I'm just gonna do what I intended to do and then I'll adjust after. Just trying to thicken up kind of the support beams a little bit. I think I am gonna, change these out for 3 trapdoors. Keep everything in odd numbers, as my mother always told me. And yeah, this looks perfect. I'm quite happy with that. So we are all done. The main walkway, this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy that we adjusted with the railing. I do love hanging signs for kind of like barricades. That clean line along the top is stunning and my personal opinion, significantly better than using just regular fences, and just using anvils to kind of break it up and introduce a new surface to add in some pots. I think it all ties together really, really well. And the fence posts themselves, having the different texture with the barrels, works beautifully. I am also really happy that I decided to change out the slabs and use trapdoors. It kind of breaks up the pattern on the top level as well where I'm standing. It just flows a little bit better and repeating patterns, but not so bunched up together that it just hurts the eyes to look at. So I love where we've gone with this. I think once we get glowstone, I'll add strips of glowstone into the actual panels themselves. But again, we'll get there when we get there. No rush. I am definitely not rush sprinting to the nether whatsoever. So I'm going to go sleep and let's go after this work on the smelting area. So I've gone in and started to add an awning just to cover the area, just to protect me from weather and whatnot. It also helps to just add in a different bit of texture with the campfires. I love using campfires kind of as like roofing because I love the bottom texture. That just can be so different and is directional. So we're just gonna fill this part in with all these campfires. And for the footing, gonna use the deep slate walls, but also adding just the clay pots, kind of just tie into the theme of firing and smelting. Also, they look really cute. Just going in with some pots. Just want to add in some green that will break up the lots of brown that's going to come in with the mud blocks. So just started to put in a very simple structure, but I definitely want to add in hoppers that will just feed into a double chest just to keep the flow of materials and smelting going. And I think I'm just going to keep it simple with just the one. And there we go. Okay, so the general structure is in. Hoppers are kind of covered. I'll go in with trapdoors after, but I definitely kind of want to build this into the wall. I want it to feel like it's been hand built into the stone of the terrain around it. So that kind of means like the retaining wall mixed in with the mud. So I think that'll work really well once everything's in. But also I want to play around with a large, ooh, my bad. Let me just put that back real quick. There we go. That includes, I want to try a chimney. It's going to be a larger chimney than what I'm used to. But I think it'll work really well, kind of give that, like a large kiln presence to this back smelting area. Just want to flesh out this just a little bit more. I think that will do just fine. So it's finished. Let's get into the rest of it. So that just about does it for the smelting area. I ran a few tests, waited a million years, and no fire has spread from where we have our lava. So I'll keep an eye on it for the next little bit, but I think it's good. I love what we've done with this place. It looks super cute and well lit up to fend off all those mobs. Also love the walkway that we just finished completing, and also I'm so happy that we now have a functional space inside where I can safely store all of my items. So I think it's in a good spot. I think next episode we're going to get enchanting and go explore some of the mine shafts, see what we can get from there, but also start on our crop area because we do need kind of a reliable source of food. So that's it for now. I'll catch you on the next one.